everyone, and welcome to Session 3 of the Global Black Feminist Reading Circle. My name is Randie Henderson, and I am one of the Black Feminist Reading Circle members of this online group. This session runs from January 20th until June 2nd and includes 2 week-long breaks. Our democratically selected reading material is Harriet A. Washington's book, Medical Apartheid, The Dark History of Medical Experimentation on Black Americans from Colonial Times to the Present. Our book group meets each Tuesday evening from 6:30 to 8 on the Google Plus Hangouts on Air platform. You may find the Global Black Feminist Reader Circle on Google Plus, YouTube, and Facebook, and always feel free to join us in reading our story together.
Welcome everybody to chapter 2. So welcome. Chapter 2 was a big bad boy, and it's Profitable Wonders. Hi, I'm Kim, and I'm here in Brooklyn, and this is some book, so I'm looking forward to it. I have to kind of woman up to this particular book. But it's good. So that's my introduction. Who would like to go next?
Good evening. My name is Venita Walker, and I'm joining you from Connecticut. Welcome.
Good evening. I'm Gorgette Moses. I'm participating from Columbia, South Carolina, and I'm ready or not for this dissection of Chapter 2. Woo! Serious stuff here.
I'm Joel or JJ from Charleston, South Carolina. It seemed like a pretty good book. A lot of the stuff that kind of mirrors the Nazis in Germany, but we'll go ahead with it.
Yes, I miss y'all. I need this. This is nourishment.
Hi, my name is Randie. I'm watching from Georgia, and this chapter was something.
And welcome everyone. My name is Michelle Odom. I am tonight in Brooklyn, New York. And along with Randie Danielle Henderson, I'm one of the co-hosts of the Global Black Feminist Reading Circle. This particular session is going to run until June 9th, and our reading is Harriet A. Washington's Medical Apartheid, The Dark History of Medical Experimentation on Black Americans from Colonial Times to the Present. This is our third week of session 3, where we are focused on chapter 2. In chapter 2, Profitable Wonders, Antebellum Medical Experimentation with Slaves and Freedmen, author Harriet A. Washington offers a detailed overview on the ever-widening, uncontrolled, and inhumane experimentation on African Americans from unlicensed practitioners in early American medicine. Ms. Washington briefs readers on the beliefs, practices, and falsehoods that were spread to support the horrors they inflicted on African American bodies and spirits. She talks about the great wealth accumulated and unethical practices practitioners employed to mask findings that did not benefit their cause or their purse. She exposes the bestiality of novice practitioners hoping to gain fame and fortune by discovering a scientific advancement without regard to African American lives. At the same time, the level of dignity and modesty afforded white patients was never even thought of for African Americans, especially women. Quote, when Sims undertook his fistula experiments, even the term gynecology was a few years in the future. Instead, women's doctors averted their eyes in a chivalrous fashion as they knelt to tend to the modestly clothed ladies of their class, relying upon their sense of touch beneath voluminous Victorian skirts. However, Sims, working with enslaved blacks, was constrained by no such delicacy. He made the women undress completely, then kneel on hands and knees, while he and several physicians took turns inserting a special speculum he had devised to open the women's vaginas fully to view. I saw everything as no man had seen before, marveled Sims. Montgomery physicians flocked to Sims's shack to see what no man had seen before. So did prominent citizens and local apprentices, end quote. Ms. Washington identifies physicians like Sims who inadvertently killed patients, only to acquire more and more enslaved subjects. At the same time, this writing attributed any loss of life to the patient's lack of basic self-care, if these mishaps were documented at all.
Yes, we're going to end on a lighter note. I have a poem, and I was wondering if somebody had a joke or something else that can help us transition into closing up.
I can tell you a little story.
Okay.
When we were in the last chapter, it brought me back to the time when I was a little girl and the use of traditional African medicine. So my grandmother was from South Carolina. And I remember being a little girl, and I always had plenty of energy, as always. And I had quite a few female cousins, and we would go to grandmom's house, and if one person coughed, she would go in the kitchen and reach up in the cabinet and pull out this jar. I loved that jar. It was great. And in that jar, she would have rock candy that she had left up there, from, a year ago. She had quite a few of those jars. It was rock candy, honey, and lemon, and whiskey. And that's what she used to cure our cough.
All right.
And and I think about
Okay.
I could taste it in my mouth. And even if you didn't have a cough, she still gave it to you. She gave me 2 tablespoons anyway. And I was wondering why all of us, we slept good. We slept so good at night. And I think in retrospect, because we was drunk. We was drunk. Today, what we call child abuse. But then it was traditional medicine. And I used to lick my lips, and I couldn't wait for somebody's cough. And I'm like, I couldn't wait. And we line up, and I all ready. I'd be like this, and she would give me a couple tablespoons and set us free. And my grandmother, she was such a funny lady. She was such a funny lady. And everybody be lined up, and the ones wasn't coughing, all of a sudden go, and forget that stuff. But we were drunk. I just realized that we were drunk.
Yes, you were. Thank you, Venita.
Thank you, Venita.
Yes.
Anyone else?
Kim, let's hear your poem.
Anyone else before I do the poem? Okay. This is Maya Angelou. Can you see her? It's my old book. And it's when I think about myself. When I think about myself, I almost laugh myself to death. My life has been one big joke, a dance that's walked, a song that spoke. I laugh so hard I almost choked when I think about myself. 60 years in these folks' world. The child I works for calls me girl. I say yes, ma'am, for working's sake. I'm too proud to bend, too poor to break. I laugh until my stomach aches when I think about myself. My folks can make me split my side. The tales, I laugh so hard I nearly died. The tales they tell sounds just like lying. They grow the fruit but eat the rind. I laugh until I start to crying when I think about my folks. And that was Maya.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. I'm not familiar with that one.
Me either. I'm about to do this on my phone.
That's the first
Well,
time
you
hearing
know
it.
what? I heard that one before.
Of course.
Of course you have, Noah.
I heard that one before.
That's a lighter.
I heard that, Randy. I heard that, Randy.
Okay, you've been at the jar. You've been at the grandma's jar. I think he's still in your grandma's jar.
Yeah, that jar was good. You know about that jar, Joe. You know about that jar.
Oh.
Yeah.